It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Thursday, the 7th of June. I'm Michael Groff. The forecast over the next few days, fairly typical for this time of year, hot and dry conditions. But as we head into the beginning of next week, the forecast turns quite a bit more murky, unsettled potentially, and a lot of uncertainty to talk about. So let's get into it this morning. First, we'll start by looking at the almanac from yesterday. 105 degrees the high in the valley after a morning low of 79. And outside right now, here at 5:15 a.m., we've got mostly clear skies in the valley, just a few high clouds out there to start this day. 75 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew points at 37, humidity 25%. The winds are light, the barometer rising. Temperatures across south central Arizona this morning. It's 64 at Fort McDowell, 67 Buckeye, 68 in Maricopa. Those are the cool spots across the area. Meanwhile, it's in the 70s for most of us in Metro Phoenix. The upper air look across the country this morning, a trough moving into the Pacific Northwest that's helped to beat down our subtropical ridge just a little bit, providing a southwesterly flow, which has seen some increase in high clouds, but otherwise it's a mainly dry flow of air for our part of the country. The watch warning map, well, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch in parts of northern Oklahoma this morning. And later today, conditions getting pretty active from the northern Rockies to the western plains. A slight risk of severe storms there, the marginal risk extending much further to the east from there. The tropics in the eastern Pacific, pretty active right now. This is Tropical Storm Aletta, continuing to strengthen, maximum sustained winds 65 miles per hour, expected to become a hurricane today. It'll move out over the open waters of the eastern Pacific, not affecting anyone other than some increased swells along the west coast of the United States and Mexico. And precipitation for the next 7 days. Now, this is coming from the guys over at the WPC. They've got nothing for us here in the valley, and only some very light precipitation in far southeast or east central Arizona valid through next Thursday morning. But there is quite a bit of forecast uncertainty, and one thing that is starting to become a little bit more clear is that the tropics in the eastern Pacific are going to get more active, and the potential for a monsoonal pattern begins to develop here in the southwest by the middle part of next week. Let's talk about it right now. We'll delve into the models and have a look. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. The upper look at about 18,000 feet in the atmosphere. And you see our ridge off to the east. We've got troughing along the west coast, deeper troughing over the Gulf of Alaska. Between those systems, a southwesterly flow here over Arizona. And some high clouds will move through from time to time, just as we saw yesterday. But otherwise, I'd say mostly sunny skies in the valley today. High temperatures 103 to 107. Tonight, mostly clear. Lows mainly in the 70s to about 80. Then tomorrow, highs 105 to 109, as the clouds should be mostly out of here and ridging becomes the more dominant feature. Saturday, the warmest day of the period potentially. Highs 106 to 110. The sky mostly sunny. And maybe an isolated shower or storm on the eastern border of Arizona or far southeastern parts of the state on Sunday as well. And highs in the valley, again, about 105 to 109. Now, as that troughing over the Pacific Northwest begins to lift northward, it allows the subtropical ridge to build back north over the southern plains and expand here into the southwest. The flow aloft begins to slowly turn more southerly as we get into the early parts of next week. Highs on Monday, 104 to 108. Should see some increase in clouds, and there's still the potential of an inverted trough moving into southern Arizona by about Tuesday of next week. The GFS continues to show increasing moisture, humidity levels coming up, slight chances of showers and thunderstorms over the eastern third of our state, and high temperatures at this point could be getting a little bit lower, around 102 to 106 with those slightly elevated humidity levels. Just how much moisture comes in here at this point, still up in the air. By next Wednesday, the GFS almost has us in a full monsoon pattern with south-southeasterly flow, high pressure centered over northern New Mexico or perhaps West Texas, and scattered showers and thunderstorms nearly statewide. If this happens to verify, next Wednesday would be partly sunny, high temperatures would be cooler, humidity levels would be higher, highs somewhere between 100 and 104, and a chance of afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms, perhaps even here in the valley. I remind you, this is not typical for June. June is the driest month of the year here in Phoenix. This is the kind of pattern that we would see in July. So this is about a month ahead of schedule. Now let's really get interesting here and go to a week from today. This is Thursday, the 14th of June. A couple of things stand out here. First of all, there's a tropical system located over there near Pensacola, Florida. We're going to discount that for the moment. Talking about our end of the world, We still have scattered showers and thunderstorms over eastern Arizona if this is right, and a tropical system approaching the southern tip of Baja. This would be the system that's behind Aletta in the eastern Pacific. We'll watch this very carefully, but just for the heck of it, let's take a look at the European and see what it has going on at the same time. The European is a model that generally performs better in the medium range, and it's got a tropical system just to the southeast of the southern tip of Baja, and it's got copious amounts of moisture streaming north across central and northern Mexico, headed for southern Arizona at that point. Let's just keep going with this off the European. This is Friday the 15th. The tropical low begins to weaken as it approaches the southern tip of Baja. Plenty of moisture continues to flow northward toward the southwest states as well, as this monsoon pattern is wide open. And then here's Saturday the 16th, and the same deal. That remnant low now over the southern Gulf of California. Lots of moisture to move northward into the southwest United States. Scattered afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms would be the rule if this verifies. Confidence in this solution is still kind of low, but it is increasing with each run of the models that continue to advertise this setup. All right, let's go back to the GFS for the same time. This is the end of the forecast period, Saturday the 16th of June. The players on the board still there. Got a weak trough off the west coast. Broad ridging across eastern New Mexico, West Texas, a southerly flow here over Arizona, bringing in plenty of moisture still. And if that's right, scattered showers and thunderstorms would be the rule, as this is definitely a monsoon look for us. Wow. All right, taking a look at the numbers coming off the European ensemble through the period. And as we get out toward 10 days or so, it's got highs going below average. Highs right about at the century mark, lows in the 70s and low 80s. Interesting stuff. All right, that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here tomorrow morning. If you like our videos, go ahead and subscribe so that whenever we post a brand new one, you'll get the notifications. Otherwise, be safe out there, stay hydrated, stay cool, and have yourselves a great Thursday.